So today it's finally time to take on the Nether in survival Minecraft. I've got my gold hat, I've got my gold boots, let's do this. Alright, to make sure that we don't get lost, I guess first thing to do is make sure that we place some torches. Gathering quartz is great for XP. I'm not gonna lie guys, I'm a little bit nervous here. This is the first time I've really come to explore a bastion. I honestly haven't actually done any exploring in these whatsoever. So down here, I don't know if, are these the piglin brutes? These guys are wearing black, these guys are wearing brown. Are these guys gonna attack me? I mean, I'm wearing gold. Okay, no, he doesn't want to be friends. Why you want to attack me? I ain't even said nothing to you. You can put your axe down. I didn't do nothing to you. Okay, this guy is really not happy to see me. He's pointing his axe at me. He wants to... I think he wants to chop my head off, to be honest. How tough are you? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 normal hits, so he's going to be pretty tough. We got his friend down there. Okay, well, that one's a lot less strong then. You know, I really don't know if I'm doing myself favors here. I think this guy might be the brute because he looks stronger and he's wearing black. So does that mean he's stronger than the others? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my gosh, 7. Yeah, he's a lot stronger than the other guys. All right, let's give it a go. What have we got? Ooh, we got a few goodies in here. Okay, and here we have crying obsidian. I've never used this yet. I don't know what use we have for it. You guys are stuck. Bye-bye. Hasta la vista, baby. Okay, this is good, this is good. I think one thing we're definitely going to have to do is come back to the Nether a little bit later on and actually make some kind of base or maybe even like a small little village or something in here. I think these blocks that we've got in the Nether, we could really create something pretty cool in here. Maybe even on this bastion here, maybe we could take it over. I don't know how safe it'll be, but I think it might be a fun project. So far so good. We have got a few supplies, nothing much, but you know, it's more about the exploring at this point. Sorry buddy, but I am not taking no chances with you. Okay, I guess this is open for us, but I'm gonna seal this off first because I know full well I will fall down that hole. There we go. Okay, let's see what we've got here. So we can grab the gold. Let's get rid of these ones. And one more. There we go. I see you. One more, come on. There we go. Hey, you guys didn't give me nothing. You took my blocks. Gonna give us something else? How about you? Soul sand. Come on, you can do better than that. Come on. Give me the good deals. Ender pearls. Really? Ooh, what's that? Splash potion of fire resistance. Alright, how about you guys? Have you guys got any better deals? I'll give you one chance. Don't scam me. Seriously, these guys are just trying to rip me off. These just want my gold. That's about it. They don't want nothing. They're not giving me no deals. Okay, now definitely want to get loads of glowstone. We're going to need it for hiding, lighting, and kind of making the base a little bit more mob proof. Oh, that one had quite a lot of glowstone just in that one little cluster. Okay, this will definitely come in handy for some mob farms. So I'm going to get plenty of this for now. But we can always come back should we need more later on. Okay, going to take a chance on this one. Let's see if we can find some ancient debris. Probably going to take a while, but we're going to give it a go. Alright, look guys, we found some. Let's see how many we've got. Okay, we've got 1. And we've got 2. Oh, we've got a third one. So, I'm not sure how much of this we need for a netherite pickaxe or hoe or anything. I know we only need 1 piece to put it onto our diamond gear. So, yeah, we'll just have to see. I'm not sure how much we get when we smelt this. Okay, well, this stuff is officially super rare. Finally, we found some more of the ancient debris. Now, I'm a little bit worried that my axe is going to break on this one. So let's hopefully just have enough to be able to mine all of this. 1, 2. Can we get the last one without the pick breaking? Hey, we did it. Excellent. Now that was what I call a seriously long mining session. My gosh, I did not expect to find any in the end. It was getting really tough, but we managed to find 6 pieces of the ancient debris. So let's go ahead and let's put that in there. Okay, so that gives us 6 netherite scraps. What do we get to make with that? Okay, so to make a netherite ingot, you have to use netherite and gold. Okay, let's try this out. So it was 4 and 4. And we get 1 netherite ingot. Okay, so we're going to get ourselves a smithing table. And then I'm going to get myself a new diamond pick. And then what we're going to do is we'll place that there. And if I'm right, we can put that there. That there. Yes, and we get ourselves a netherite pickaxe. I think I'm going to go for the pickaxe because that is one of the tools I use probably more than anything. And this one here is pretty much out, so we're going to go with that. Okay, so not going to lie, that actually took me way longer than I expected. I didn't expect it to take so long to find the ancient debris. But we found some, that's the main thing, and we have got ourselves a netherite pickaxe. So this is going to be great for mining, it's going to be the strongest tool we have. But I do need to get it enchanted. So I think the next step is going to be getting some better deals with our villagers. If we can get some better deals with the villagers and hopefully get some good enchanted books, this should help us out. So let's see what we can do. Okay guys, we've got some potatoes that are growing slowly, but what I'm going to do is I've planted our 4 carrots that we got from the village in last episode here, and I think what we'll do now is just do the rest with potatoes for now. Okay, going to keep an eye on our crops because we want to keep these growing and get as many as we can because we're going to use these for trades with the villagers to get emeralds. Okay, I think this is going to be the easiest way to get these villagers just underneath here so they're out of my way. Right, there we go. That locks you in there. There's another one, and boom, there you go, that's you in there. Okay, we're almost there. I think we've got 1 more villager left to do. And the last one, I think. Yep, that looks like it. Okay, we've been going at this for some time now, quite a while, and this guy really does not want to give me anything decent at all. This guy is being trouble. Curse of binding, seriously. Anyway, we have got a few good trades. We've got Fortune 3 for 11 emeralds. We've got Mending for 16 emeralds. Feather Falling 3 for 11. We've got a Farmer to get ourselves some emeralds. We got Infinity for 7. Silk Touch for 14. And then these 2, I still haven't finished getting trades with them yet. We're just not getting nothing much. But I really want to get Efficiency 5 if I can. And Unbreaking 3, but these 2 they ain't giving it out, so we're gonna keep at it and see if we can get it. But I think what I might just do is I might just do that randomly here and there, keep trading around until we get something decent from them. Fortune 3 for 15, Fortune 3 for 11, so we got a better deal on that already. Before we start building, I think we're going to just set up a few basic farms here. So sugarcane, maybe some potato, carrot and wheat farms as well. I think it's just going to make it a little bit easier for us to get our emeralds with the villagers. And also I think I'm probably going to set up a mason as one of them so that we can trade for bricks, because it's going to be much easier getting bricks for the roofs. Because I think this is going to be a little bit of a mission otherwise. Okay, so let's get a few of these in place. So these farms are only going to be temporary because I do plan on building on this land here. But for now, I just want to get some trades going so that we can get some emeralds. Especially if we get ourselves a stone mason, it'd be much easier for getting in bricks for our roofs. Because trying to gather up clay is just a little bit of a nightmare. So I think it'd be much easier getting these farms going so that we can get things much easier. So now I'm just getting in some pumpkin seeds, and that's all I've got for the moment. But we've got pumpkin seeds growing on here. Hopefully I can find some melon seeds soon. We've got the sugar cane and we've got the wheat growing behind that as well. So the wheat is only half grown in the field. I haven't got enough seeds to fill it all up yet, so we'll have to keep breaking it to fill it. But I guess next we're going to do a couple of potato and carrot fields across the front here. And then that should give us plenty to be able to trade with our villagers. So we'll have sugarcane, wheat, pumpkins. We'll have the potatoes, the carrots. And then, like I said, hopefully later on we can get some melon seeds. Now, I would like to get to a jungle at some point as well. Because I could do some bamboo so that we can make some scaffolding. Would certainly make building much easier. I gotta say, it's pretty mesmerizing just breaking through the sugarcane like this. Okay, before we start building, let's go ahead and see if we can find a jungle. Whoa, man, that scared the out of me. Oh my gosh. Okay, it took us way too long to get here. We are over 3,000 blocks away from our base, but we finally found a jungle. So now the next step is going to be seeing if we can find some bamboo. Ooh, we just found some cocoa beans. Nice. Hey, first piece of bamboo. Excellent. May as well grab some of the jungle wood as well. We don't want to leave any of that. Excellent, some melons, just what we need. Okay, so now we've got some melons and we've got bamboo, we've got cocoa beans. So I think that is all that I really needed from the jungle. But guys, I was just checking on the stats and it looks like we are 126 days into the game so far, which is insane. I honestly didn't even realize we had passed the 100-day mark. Before we head back to base, I think one last thing left to do is to grab some of these jungle planks and then we should be good to go. So the jungle is accessible from the ocean, which is really handy because it makes it much easier for getting back to our base because we are right on the ocean as well. So this is a much quicker way to kind of travel. But this is 4,000 blocks away, so it's going to take a while. Okay, we're back at base and I just need some string. So we're going to just quickly turn this spider spawner on so that we can take some of these guys out. And then, no, we're not going to beat you to death for a bit of steak. 1, 2, 3, you're down. No, I don't think so. And bye-bye. Not today, spider. So how many can we craft? We should be able to get full stack. There we go. Okay, that's plenty. So we barely used any string actually there. I thought we'd need a lot more. Okay. Okay, so we're going to need a bunch of bricks. So what I'm going to do is harvest up all these crops, trade some emeralds with the villagers, and then hopefully we'll get ourselves a mason villager and we can do some trades with him so that we can get some bricks. It's going to make it much easier rather than gathering up all the clay because clay just takes so long to gather. And of course we want to make sure that we replant them so that we can keep things growing. Okay, things are shaping up pretty good. We've got all of our farms in place now, and as you can see, we're getting them grow nicely. So I do need to go and harvest all of this in just a moment. And then over the back here, we've got our cow machine, which I do apologize first of all, guys. This is a little bit loud. But as you can see, we've got our leather and our beef all being produced in here. And I've just cooked a bunch up, so we've got plenty of food to keep us going. Now, it's great because these farms here are allowing us to do some good trades with our villagers down there to keep our emeralds stocked up so that we can get everything we need. And I think I'm ready to make a start on the barn over here. So the barn is going to be a pretty big one. It's going to fit into this whole space over here. Maybe a little bit of space out the front and then a very small area at the back. Now, I'm going to go with the same theme. So we're going to be using the stripped oak and then the bricks and the granite for the roof. And I think we're going to kind of blend it into the wall here. So it's going to look like it was built into this corner. And then we're going to have a curved roof that's going to curve slightly up here. And then we'll have a big curve, come over, back around, and then it's going to curve back out at the side again down here. I think it'd be a nice shape. And then we should have a little upstairs area as well. Not too big, but enough to get a few things kind of stored up there. Like our hay and stuff like that. But with that being said, let's get building. So while we're getting started on the barn, let's talk a little bit about planning and my thought process during building here. Now for starters guys, I don't jump straight in and build in my survival world. I always have a test world, which is normally a creative flat world, and I do a lot of testing there for my builds. Now I don't necessarily build up every single piece of detail of a build, but I do shape with framework and a bit of structure to see what a build will kind of look like by shape. I also use this, like for instance in this example we're building right around this big curved wall. So in my creative test world I built a big curved wall so that I could get an idea of how this barn would look sitting into this corner. It works so much easier if you plan in a creative test world first before you build in your survival world. The reason being for this is in survival you will have to keep breaking things and checking things, but if you be planning in your creative world where it's much easier to build, you'll get a good eye for how it's gonna look in your survival world, and you'll know where to modify your changes that you don't like. This really helps me, especially for building, and I do this whether I'm building in a creative world or in a survival world. I always have a kind of a backup of test ideas before I start building. The good thing here as well, it also allows you to test out your block palettes. You know, block palette is very important for how you're building and what colors are going to work together. And if you test it in creative first, it allows you to mess around and change them and see what kind of blocks work together for that type of build and what other colors are going to fit in with your other buildings. Now, I will do this all the time, and I do way more building than in creative than I should. I mean, I spend a lot of time creating and planning things beforehand, just because I like to know how things are going to look in the world when I do build them. And I think this is also a good way of improving yourself as a builder. Not only for your building process, but also for your thought and planning process. For me now, I find it much easier when I go into a world when looking at a bit of terrain or a piece of land. I have a much better idea of how something is gonna look before I even build it there, because I've built so much in creative and messed around with it so much. You start to kind of get a picture before you even start building. And I think this is a great tool, and having a creative test world for any world that you build is always a great idea. It's just a matter of building in creative first to give you a better eye for what you're building in survival, and to save the headache of having to build something and break it, build it and break it, build it and break it, because this process is where things can get very frustrating and it can leave you demotivated for building. Anyway, that's enough of the talking. Let's see how this looks in person. Okay, not gonna lie, I am so happy with the way this one has come out. Look at this. This looks so cool, and it fits perfectly behind this little wall here. Kind of just, I don't know, it just looks like it was supposed to be there. Now, don't get me wrong, guys, there is a lot more work to do. I've still got to do all the texturing in the walls. I've got to get in all of the pathways down here. Got to get all of them done, the pathway going up the hill. And I've got to finish off this little section of wall here for the stairway as well. In here, there's a bunch of decorating I want to do, and we'll probably do this in next episode. I think next episode we're going to concentrate on doing the decoration in here, decorating the barn, and decorating our main base as well, making sure we get all that interior in place. Now on the outside here, we're going to go ahead, I think, probably get like a bit of a pumpkin patch. So I might raise the ground up a little bit and just put like a pumpkin patch over in this corner across here. Fill this area here up with hay, maybe some barrels and storage, just to make it look like it's being used. On the inside here, we've got the main framework in place. So we've got a stairway that goes upstairs. We've got some areas sectioned off. I think round the back here is just going to be kind of like a storage area. And then over here we'll have like a work area, another work area over here. Maybe we'll get some cows in here, and we can get like a little trough and stuff like that to go in here. Not really much upstairs, but there is some storage space, so we can fill this with some hay, some barrels, and any other form of storage just to make it look like it's being used. But the main function of the barn here is going to be as a place for our farms. So our farms are going to be hidden underground here, so we'll have a stairway just that goes down here, and it'll open up into a big room. Now in a big room, I think we're going to only put farms in there that are going to associate with a barn. So I'm thinking things like a sugarcane farm, a melon and pumpkin farm, maybe some wheat, carrot, potato farms, possibly even a chicken cooker and a cow cooker, something like that. But I don't really want to go any more than that for the barn, because we can make other buildings for any other farms as we're going along. My plan I would really like to do is at the back here, we made this little area here intentional. So this has still got to all be done. So ignore the groundwork for now. But I want to get like an arched sort of tunnel that's going to go through. And what will happen is that'll be like a walkway. And that walkway will lead round. We actually have to go around this way. Here's the stairway. So we'll be going underneath the stairway as a tunnel. And then we'll be coming out somewhere probably around here. And it'll be quite a big sort of opening. And it's going to come out into a field. Or a section like a field. And this would be where we'll have some of our animals. Maybe we could have like some pig pens. Maybe some cattle pens for the cows. Possibly some even little chicken coops and things like that. Again, that'll be for aesthetics. It won't be for looks or for farms. It's just going to be for looks. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.